Hi and welcome back to this third and last video in this 5-minute fundamentals video mini-series called Hard Money Secrets. I'm Sal Buscemi, CEO of Dandrew Media and co-founder and managing director of Dandrew Partners here in New York City. In my book, Making the Yield, Real Estate Hard Money Lending Uncovered, we talk about the allure of making private second mortgages. To the inexperienced, these would seem like a great way to start. After all, if you or your investors don't have a lot of money, you can make smaller second loans. The smaller dollar would make most newbie investors and private lenders more comfortable. However, the trade-off is that a lot of these seconds, as they're known in the industry, come with a lot of rules that can save you endless hassles if you choose to abide by them from day one. A lot of beginner money lenders believe that the outcome will be different if they attempt to close the risk gap. But most of the time, this is simply not the case. Here are 9 great rules that should help you overcome the seconds risk. Number 1, always make sure that the security instruments are recorded. Do not under any circumstances accept IOUs for this. If your borrower won't let you record a security instrument, perhaps there are other things that are going on with that deal that they don't want you to know about, and you should walk away. This is business, nothing personal, so don't be afraid to walk, ever. Number 2, use the same strict underwriting standard that you always use on your first mortgages. You need to be as informed as possible about the financial state of the property that you are measuring your loan against. It has to be worth it. Just because you're in second position doesn't mean that you should do less due diligence. It's your money or someone else's money that you're using, and a great fund manager needs to protect that capital with your life. Remember, your investors trusted you to know what you're doing. Number 3, you must at all times insist on a monthly payment for your second mortgage loans. The very minimum payment should be at least $200 per month, but preferably more if you can write that into your loan agreement. I've heard of other people saying no interest and no payments, but that just makes your borrower think that your loan is not a priority and they will treat it as the same. Actions speak louder than words here. Number 4, with second mortgage loans, always seize on the opportunity to cross-collateralize the deal for extra security. Adding more collateral to the loan lowers the risk significantly and gives you more to work with should things go wrong. There's no better way to establish an alignment of interest with your borrowers than to ask for some form of cross-collateralization. Remember, your borrowers are investors themselves, and chances are they have other properties. And you never get what you don't ask for. Number 5, always get a cosigner so that responsibility for the second payment rests on 2 or more individuals. This is important in case a specific individual has to file for bankruptcy or cannot afford to pay off their loans. This has saved me a lot of headaches in the past. If you need to enforce the lien, then having 2 people to hunt down is much better than 1. Number 6, always insist on a personal guarantee. These have a lot of pull in the real estate investment industry, so use them when you can to guarantee cooperation. Only a fool would make a private second and not ask for a personal guarantee. Remember, it's your money or your investors, and you don't want to unnecessarily put that money at risk. Number 7, check the titles to see what liens might be ahead of yours. If you find any liens, make note of them and follow the progress to stay aware of the property and the asset and what is happening to it. The last thing you want to do is to ask your borrower if there are other liens ahead of you, no matter how nice he or she is. They will only tell you what they want you to hear. Be cynical at best and paranoid at worst. Running your title at your local title company's office will tell you everything you need to know about how successful that project is going. If they are looking for a private second, chances are they have had cost overruns, wouldn't you think? And based on my experience, this has always been the case, regardless of what your borrower says to you. You're going to want to see if there's a mechanic or material man's liens ahead of yours. If that is the case, then you'll really be in 3rd and 4th position, and that's not good. Number 8, find out if the first mortgage is current or if it's in arrears. Get a copy of the most recent mortgage statement. Sometimes a borrower will lie about a second mortgage to try to pay off some of their first mortgage. Now I know, in an ideal world, people are honest and upfront, but based on my experience, the devil's in the details. And people are trusting you with their hard-earned money if you're not using your own to fund these private mortgage seconds. So you want to wear a belt, suspenders, and life jacket at all times. Lastly, number 9, get an assignment of rents from other properties that your borrower owns in order to maintain a consistent flow of loan cash. If your borrower doesn't want to make monthly payments, perhaps he or she can assign some additional rental income from another property to you. Will you get that? Maybe. Again, you don't get what you don't ask for. Make sense? If you can follow these basic private lending rules, then you should be able to expand into the second mortgage niche down the line. I do not recommend that you do until after you've done several lower risk lending deals. Once the money comes in, it can be very tempting to launch yourself into any and every mortgage deal that comes along. If you can maintain your critical eye and natural suspicion, then you should be all right. Check on everything at all times. And if you're like me, cynical at best, paranoid at worst, you'll be a very successful professional money manager. Thank you again for watching this mini-series. Keep an eye out for more great strategies and ideas from me and the rest of the partners here at the firm in the next few weeks. And be sure to print off all those blueprints too. Those are very helpful and will keep you out of trouble and will help build your private lending business. If you have any questions, comments, or otherwise, I encourage you to place them below. I want to know what you're thinking here. Thank you again, and I look forward to working with you in the future.